All right, if you'll come along with me, we are going to read a little bit about the piece you'll be listening to entitled Farewell to Rome. So if you go to the page that says listen, exclamation point at the top of it, then you can read along with me. So here goes. Fanny Mendelssohn Hensel was a little-known composer in her time. Women composers during the 19th century rarely submitted their compositions for publication. She wrote her compositions, mostly piano music and songs, to be played for the private Sunday afternoon concerts, first in her parents' home and eventually in her own home. And she often played her own works during these afternoon concerts. 6 early songs were published under her brother Felix's name. During the last 2 years of her life, several of her songs, choral works, and piano pieces were published. Still others were published after her death. The rest, about 500 works, were never published in the 19th century, although many can be found in the manuscripts in the Mendelssohn Archives in Berlin, Germany. Fanny met Wilhelm Hensel in his art studio where she and her parents had come to view some of his works. Fanny and Wilhelm fell in love but didn't see one another for 5 years while he studied art in Rome, Italy. Fanny's parents did not allow a formal engagement until Mr. Hensel returned to Berlin. Fanny's mother wouldn't even allow them to correspond with one another. Instead, Mr. Hensel sent delightful drawings to her. He made his art speak to Fanny. After they were married, they had a son, Sebastian, and in 1839 and 1840 they traveled throughout Italy. And perhaps this is when Fanny wrote this lovely piano piece, Farewell to Rome. So obviously it says on your sheet you're supposed to raise your hand during these certain things that you do, and I don't expect you to do that unless of course you want to. But I want you to listen for the introduction to the song and kind of note when the introduction seems to end and when the main part of the piece seems to begin. Okay, this piece is in what's called ABA form, and the 2A sections have repeating notes under the melody. So I want you to listen and see if you can tell when the A section comes in, and then after the B section is complete, when the A section comes back. And then as you listen to it, get an idea, do you think that Fanny feels happy or sad about leaving Rome? All right, and then you're going to look at the timing at the bottom of that PDF that you have, and as you listen through this piece, I want you just to see if you can kind of follow along with it. It's only a rough guide, so it might not be exact timing, but it's pretty close.